Your customer just spent $18,000 on a new HVAC system, and 3 months later, they're calling you back complaining about hot and cold spots. You followed the manual J, you did the load calc, you installed everything by the book. So what went wrong? You never explained why any of it mattered. Look, I've been in this industry for over 20 years. I started carrying tools at 16, worked my way through being a Marine Corps refrigeration mechanic to service manager, and now I teach ACA standards to contractors all across New England. And I can tell you right now, the biggest gap in our industry isn't technical skill. It's communication. At least half of us know how to design systems. We know manual J, S, D, inside and out. But when it comes time to sit across from the homeowner and explain why proper system design is worth paying for, most of us sound like we're reading from a textbook nobody asked for. Here's the reality. The average homeowner has no idea what manual J is. They don't care about your static pressure readings. They have no clue what a heat loss calc means. And you know what? That's not their job. Their job is to be comfortable in their home and not waste money on energy bills. Our job is to translate what we do into benefits they actually care about. But we're terrible at it. We walk into homes armed with technical knowledge and industry jargon, and we wonder why customers just want 3 bids and pick the cheapest one. Let me tell you a story. A few years ago, I was doing a ride-along with a contractor in Massachusetts. He was a great guy. He really knew his stuff. We walk into this beautiful colonial home. It was probably built in the 1920s. The homeowner's existing system was limping along, and she knew it was time for a replacement. So my buddy sits down at the kitchen table and he pulls out his laptop and starts going through his proposal. And I'm watching this whole thing unfold. And he's talking about tonnage and SEER ratings and CFM requirements. And the homeowner's nodding along, but her eyes are completely glazed over and she has no idea what he's saying. For about 15 minutes of this technical deep dive, she stops him and asks the only question that actually matters to her. So will this keep my bedroom from being so cold in the winter? That's it. That's what she cared about. Not the equipment, not the calcs. She wanted to know if her problem would be solved. And my buddy, to his credit, said yes. But he just wasted 15 minutes talking about stuff that meant nothing to her instead of leading with the one thing that actually wanted to hear. That's what we're going to fix today. I'm going to show you exactly how to translate technical benefits into language that makes customers lean forward in their chairs and say, when can you start? Let's start with the biggest mistake I see contractors make. They sell features instead of benefits. A feature is what the thing is. A benefit is an outcome or what the thing does for the customer. Here's the difference. A feature is, we're going to install a variable speed air handler. An outcome is, your energy bills are going to be as much as 30 to 40% lower than what you're paying now. And you won't have those huge temperature swings between rooms anymore. You see the difference? One's about the equipment, the other is about their life getting better. When you talk about manual J load calcs, that's a feature. When you talk about how that load calc ensures every room in their house stays within 3 degrees of their thermostat setting, that's an outcome. When you mention proper duct design, another feature. But when you explain how proper duct design means that their second floor won't be 10 degrees hotter than their first floor in July, that's an outcome. Here's a framework I teach that completely changes how contractors present system design. I call it the so what bridge. Every time you mention something technical, immediately follow it with, and what that means for you is, or, so what that does is, and then translate it into real world benefits. Let me show you how this works in practice. Instead of saying, we're going to perform an ACA manual J load calc, you say, we're going to perform an ACA manual J load calc. And what that means for you is we're going to measure every single thing that affects the temperature in your home. How much insulation you have, where your windows are, which direction your house faces, even how much heat your appliances put out. Because here's the thing. Most companies just look at square footage and slap in a system. That's why you could end up with a system that's either too big or too small, and that's most likely why you have the problems you're dealing with right now. Notice what just happened there? I mentioned the technical term, but I immediately bridged it to what it actually does and why it matters to them. I also created contrast by explaining what the alternative is and why the alternative creates the exact problems they're trying to solve. It's powerful. Let's talk about the 3 outcomes every homeowner actually cares about: comfort, cost, and peace of mind. That's it. Everything you do from a technical standpoint needs to tie back to one of these 3 things. When you design a duct system using manual D, you're not just sizing ducts. You're eliminating hot and cold spots. It's comfort. When you right size equipment using manual S, you're not just picking the correct tonnage. You're maximizing efficiency so their operating costs go down. You see, that's cost. When you follow proper installation standards, you're not just checking boxes. You're ensuring their system lasts 15 to 20 years instead of needing replacement in another 10. That's peace of mind. All right, here's where most contractors lose the sale. They assume the homeowner understands why these things are valuable. Typically, they don't. You have to paint the picture for them. And the best way to do that is with comparison. You need to show them what they're getting versus what everyone else is offering. I learned this from one of the best sales trainers in the country. You don't badmouth your competition, but you absolutely need to educate your customer on the difference between how you do the things and how the industry typically operates. Here's what it sounds like. Mrs. Johnson, most HVAC companies are going to come in here, maybe measure your square footage and give you a price based on a rule of thumb. It might even be 400 square feet per ton. Maybe they'll add a little extra if you have cathedral ceilings. And you know what? You'll probably get a system that runs and it'll heat and cool your house to some degree. But here's what they're not doing. They're not accounting for your home's actual heat loss and heat gain. They're not measuring your existing ductwork to see if it's even sized correctly for a new system. And they're certainly not testing airflow. They're not checking static pressure. So what ends up happening is you get a new system that performs marginally better than the old one. But you still have rooms that are too hot and too cold, and your energy bills don't drop like they should. Now you've created doubt about the other proposals without ever mentioning a competitor by name. And you've set yourself up to be the solution. See, our process is completely different. We start with a full heat loss analysis of your home. We measure everything. Then we design your duct system from scratch based on those measurements. We select equipment that's matched perfectly to your actual needs, not just a guess. And before we leave, we test everything to make sure the system is performing exactly how we designed it. Yeah, it takes us longer and it sometimes costs a little more upfront, but what you get is a system that actually solves your problems instead of just replacing old equipment with new equipment. That's how you sell system design. You make the technical process about their tangible outcomes. Now, let me give you some real numbers you can use because homeowners love specifics. According to the Department of Energy, improperly sized HVAC systems can reduce efficiency by up to 30%. That's huge. If someone's paying $200 a month to heat and cool their home, proper system design could save them $60 a month. $720 a year. In over 15 years, that's almost $11,000 in savings. When you annualize savings, suddenly spending an extra $2,000 for proper design work seems like the smartest investment they could make. Here's another one. The Air Conditioning Contractors of America, ACA, found that systems that are oversized by just 1 ton can short cycle so much that they can use 20 to 30% more energy and reduce the system lifespan by 30 to 40%. So when you right size equipment, you're not just improving comfort, you're literally adding years to the life of their investment. If a properly sized system lasts 18 years instead of 12, they're pushing off a $15,000 to $20,000 replacement by 6 years. That's real money. But here's the thing, you can't just throw numbers at people. You have to connect those numbers to their experience. You mentioned your bedroom gets really hot in the summer, right? That's actually a sign that your current system is actually oversized. When a system is too big, it cools the air down really fast, but it shuts off before it can remove humidity. So you end up with that cold and clammy feeling. In some rooms furthest away never get the airflow they need because of that. A properly sized system runs longer cycles. It removes humidity better and distributes air more evenly. So that bedroom problem you have, it's going to go away. Now you're not just selling system design. You're solving the specific problem that's been driving them crazy for the last 5 years since they moved in. That's what gets people to say yes. Let me give you one more technique that absolutely works. Social proof through story. When you're explaining why system design matters, tell them about another customer who had a similar problem and how your process fixed it. Like, your situation reminds me of a customer I worked with last year over in Lexington. It's a similar house. It was built around the same time. They were going through the same thing with their upstairs being unbearable in the summer. We came in and did a full load calc and redesigned their duct system and right-sized their new equipment. They called me 2 months later, it was the middle of August, and told me how they'd never been so comfortable in that house. And their energy bill dropped by $75 a month. Oh, and their teenage daughter actually stopped complaining about her bedroom being too hot. See, when teenagers stop complaining, you know you did something right. You just did 3 things in that story. You showed them that someone like them had the same problem. You demonstrated that your process works, and you gave them a specific, believable outcome that they can picture for themselves. That's how you build trust and urgency at the same time. So, here's my challenge to you. The next time you sit down with a homeowner, don't lead with equipment specs. Don't talk about SEER ratings and tonnage and brand names. Start by asking them what's not working in their home right now. Get them talking about their problems. The rooms that are too hot, the cold spots, the high energy bills, the system that runs constantly but never quite gets comfortable. Listen to what they say and then show them exactly how your design process solves those specific problems. Use the so what bridge. Connect every technical step to a real outcome that they care about. Give them numbers, tell them stories, and watch what happens when you stop selling HVAC systems and start selling comfort, savings, and peace of mind. To get a complete framework for implementing this into your business and evaluating every weak link in your current process, watch the 15-point HVAC system design on it that shows exactly where money's falling through the cracks. Thanks for joining me this week at HVAC Pro Blog, where we provide advice for residential system design, quality installation, and system diagnosis. I'll see you soon.